Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, November. What is today? I don't know. November 18th. I'm glad to be here today. I'm sporting my school marm look. Dirty hair don't care, so I just pulled it away from my face. It's been a busy few days. I apologize that I wasn't here on Monday for Make It Monday. My mother is in the hospital and we are trying to get down to the bottom of some things with her. Um, Please say hello if you're here, give a wave, or let us know where you're from, what you're doing. It's a beautiful day in Kansas City. It's pretty windy. Hi, Carol. Hi, Debbie. Pretty windy, but the sun is shining and it's a nice temperature. So, um, I've got a really fun project today, and if you stay through the end, I have four more cards that I wanted to show you using this suite we're using today. My mom is hanging in. She's in for some maintenance. Some things are falling apart that they need to fix, and they're trying to figure out the best way to fix them. So, um, they aren't really doing anything today with her. She is having a test or procedure, just a minor thing this afternoon. She had to be put on the schedule for the last one of the day. So I was hoping it would be first thing this morning, and maybe we would have some other options or decisions to make today. But it sounds like that they won't be able to do the procedure till the end of the day today, and then after everyone, you know how they do, they look at everything, and um, tomorrow, um, hopefully, we'll have a plan of action. I know she's getting awfully tired, and I appreciate your prayers, but I'm glad I was able to stay home today because she's really just resting, and then they're going to do this simple procedure at the end of the day. So I stayed home today to try and get caught up on some things, and I'm so glad I got to be here with you. And Carol says it's 35 and windy. Burr. Hi, Donna. Hi, Letha. I think it's going to be 70 here tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, but anyway, let's get started on the project. And like I said, if you can stay with me to the end, I'm going to share four other cards using this suite with you. So, well, I think they know what's wrong. They just can't figure out how to fix it right now. It's complicated. It's complicated, Carol. Let me bring this up. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Now you guys saw my messy desk. There. Here we go. Jeez Louise. Put this in the corner. I just had that out of the way because it's right here in my face. We're going to make this. I should have here, let me go back to this view. And I'll hold it up. It's a little votive card. Let's see if I can hold it up and you can all see it. You can't really see the little votive candle in there, but it is a flickering. And it's really pretty easy to make. Oh, that would be nice, Carol. I will give you, I will post an address, and that would be nice if you'd like to send her a card. She would like that. She was kind of grouchy today, but if I hadn't eaten for as long as she hasn't eaten, I'd be pretty grouchy too. So, this is a fun little card. On the back is the sentiment. Here, I'll go back to my other view. I always get confused. There we go. My light looks not very good. Oh, for heaven's sakes, you girls. There we go. It folds up so you can mail it. You couldn't mail it unless you're going to send a box with the card, but I did a little thing that says place. It's not going to focus, but it says place votive here. I wonder if I'm zooming, if that's why. No. You guys, one of these days I'll figure out what I'm doing. But it's basically a tent card, and we've done that before. I've done a tent card before, but this one you just slip one of these little batteries in there, and we are going to use some vellum to have the candles shine through. But it will fit in a square envelope. I just buy these 5 by 5 inch envelopes off of Amazon, and I use those when I have a square card. So to get started, hi Chris. Your card base is going to be 11 inches by 4 1/4. So I'm going to set this aside so it doesn't get messed up. You can get 2 cards out of one piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Trimmer and use the scoring blade and score this. Where's my little instruction sheet? My little cheat sheet. You're going to score this at 4 1/4. So I did it this way. We're going to need our arm. 4 1/4 with the scoring blade. Don't cut it. And then 8 1/2. And that is going to make your card base. Down there without making a lot of noise. So just fold on your score lines. And then I put a panel on this front panel. Is the postage different for a square card? I think it is. I'm not sure. If anybody, I'll put the address for my mom. Yes. If anybody knows out there, if a square card is extra postage, let me know. I think I've mailed them before and I haven't put the extra postage in. So I hope the recipient didn't have to pay. I am taking a piece of the Splendor, what is this called? Snowflake Splendor. Mary Gunn says, yes, you have to pay extra for square cards. I will research that and post it in one of the comments below and find out what kind of postage that would be. I'm just so used to spending extra postage because my cards are so bulky that it doesn't bother me. But this is like a gift, girls. If you put a little candle in that, I'm going to bring one of these to my mom tomorrow when I see her and put it in her hospital room. My sister called. She lives in Canada, and I told her, do not come. We do not need you to bring any COVID from an airplane travel down here to see her. I think she would have to quarantine before they would let her come see her. So, where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. And Alexa's making an announcement right now, so please excuse her. She's so rude sometimes. I don't know where I was going with that. I had a point. The United States postage site says you must be rectangular to qualify for regular letter postage rates. Yeah, because they probably have to hand process it. Oh, somebody's got a real big, I'm getting lots of information. Mary Gunn is the expert. It will cost an extra 15 cents. And that's what I put on my bulky cards too. I just buy a sheet of the 15-cent stamps. And usually add that to my mine anyway, because they're always, I just like to put a lot of things on my cards. And we need another piece of the designer series paper, which it looks like I forgot to cut. Man, I thought I was so organized today. So this piece for this panel is 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. I'm just putting 1/8 of an inch, what do you call it, frame around it. Unfortunately, I didn't put that paper away. I almost did because I thought I was so organized. But for this panel, I used the back side. Isn't that pretty? I almost did it here because it made it look like it was kind of night. But I used the snowflakes, but I'm going to use the back side for here. So it was 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. Try and get this out without making a lot of banging noise. Four and 1/8. Okay, set that there. All right, so then I put this on the bottom, and you could put the same if you wanted. I don't know why I chose this side. I just wanted to. Thought it was pretty. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is cut the square in the front to put our vellum, our framed little piece of vellum. And to do that, I'm using the Layering Squares framelits. You get a lot of framelits in that set. It's a must-have in my opinion. The squares and the circles and the ovals. And I'm using the largest scalloped die and the second to the largest just plain old rectangular die. And we're going to cut out our square from the center of this panel with just the plain old square die, not the scallop. We're going to use the scallop for the frame. And since I don't want it to shift or anything, I'm going to use a little washi tape. And we're going to do a little die cutting. This is the only thing we're going to die cut on camera. I went ahead and did everything that I could ahead of time. We're going through the 2 layers, so I'm going to run it through a couple of times. There we go. All the creaking, all the creaking. Okay. So there's our square. And we're going to frame it out with the vellum, but first we're going to heat emboss those snowflakes on the vellum. So I've got a piece of, this is a weird measurement, but it fits really good inside the frame. So it is 2 13/16 by 2 13/16. That's a weird measurement. It's the little notch before 2 7/8 is how I remembered it. And I'm going to use this image from the stamp set. I don't know if I said what stamp set we're using. We're using Snowflake Wishes with the coordinating dies. These are the dies if you purchase the bundle that come with it. Really pretty. Snowflakes are, what are they? They're eternal. They're classic. They'll never go out of style. So you can't go wrong with the snowflake set. You'll have it forever. Okay, I'm using some Versamark ink. I've got my white Stampin' Emboss powder. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this image onto that little piece of vellum so it looks like the snow is falling. Let's see. I'll just do that. Okay. Then I'm going to sprinkle the embossing powder on top of that, and I really load it down. I'm one of those. And I've got lots of stuff in my little other things that shouldn't be in my emboss powder. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Okay. All right, I apologize for the noise. I'm going to get my heat tool out. Isn't that fun? I love heat embossing. Okay, then I am taking, remember, the largest scallop square and the second largest, I threw it somewhere, here it is, plain old square. I'm going to layer those on there and run them through the die cutting machine, and we'll end up with a little frame like this. This piece of Night of Navy, and this is going to be on my blog later, probably this evening. I have to get some creating done this afternoon, and because I can take my laptop to the hospital tomorrow and finish some things there. This piece of Night of Navy is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and it cut out the frame. So then I'm going to take a little of the multi-purpose liquid glue, I will say I have been so impressed with my mother's care. I have a history with KU Medical Center here in Kansas City, and they have awesome doctors, very brilliant people. But it's an old hospital. So my mom was fortunate enough, blessings, count your blessings, it's every small blessing. She got a room in the brand new cardiac unit or wing or whatever, and those rooms are nice and new and pretty and humongous, and they're all private rooms. I think everybody's private now with COVID, but normally you're not. If you're in the old part of the hospital, before COVID, you had a roommate, and when you're sick, you just don't want to be around other sick people. Okay, so I put that on the back of our frame. Now I'm going to glue it on the front panel. Hi, Laura. In other news, my grandson in Grain Valley, he's in second grade, Grain Valley their staff has been so overrun with COVID infections or quarantining because of COVID infections that they're on all virtual now through the end of November. Hopefully they'll get to go back after Thanksgiving, but they'll have to see. Isn't that pretty? And then my son, who teaches in Ray Peck High School, I think they had an emergency board meeting last night, so I was, keeping an eye on that to see what was going to happen with him. And I think they're keeping things the way they are, except for grade schoolers, which will impact my kindergartner. They're not going to have Fridays are going to be virtual, so they must be having some issues in Ray Peck. I just know Kansas City's getting slammed right now. All right, the back of the card, I just stamped the greeting, and then you could write, hello, whatever. On the back, I'm using this greeting, Snowflake wishes for a Merry Christmas, and then I stamped one of these smaller snowflakes. I think this one. Yeah, that one on it 3 times. So let's get out those stamps. I feel like I hope I'm going in order of everything. I feel like I'm girls, I'm going to do this. Oh, I know what I was talking about my sister before. She wanted to send flowers to my mom, and I don't think you can right now. I don't think you can do that. So cards would be nice, and I will put an address. I think I'll just put my address, and then I can take them to her because she'll be recovering here at my house whenever she comes home. So that way they don't get lost in the mail or anything. Your kids have been off over a month, and we're supposed to go back Monday. Oh, she's having surgery. I hope it's nothing. Need to be praying for Elizabeth? Yeah, you want everybody to stay well. That's why I told my sister to stay home. I don't know where my adhesive went, y'all. I feel kind of flaky right now. I don't want to. Oh, here it is. She has a tumor in her cheek. Oh my gosh. So I'm hoping it's not a malignant tumor and they can just get it. I don't blame you for keeping her home. Okay, that's the back of the card. It's not malignant. That's awesome. Well, we'll be praying for her that they just get that taken care of and she does well and stays well. Aw, that's so sad. Do they know what caused that, Debbie? Okay, I'm going to cut out this snowflake using one of the dies. It's this die. And I think, I'm using this paper. And then I'm going to stamp these small snowflake images on the same piece of paper so we can just cut them all out at once. I'm using them as a as little stoppers for the tent card. So we'll cut those out. This piece of Whisper White is 2.5 by 4. And I went ahead and did that before. So here's our little white one. And here are our little stamped ones. She's 10. Oh my gosh. It's just fatty tissue. Huh, just something weird. Okay, so I am gonna adhere this to the this little panel. That's where we're gonna put our votive candle. Place votive here. So if you wanted to mail it without a votive candle, you know, with not in a box, they would know that, oh, if I put a votive here, they would know what to do. The recipient would know what to do. And I really want it to be adhered down well because, you know, it might take a beating with the putting the candle on top and everything. And then for the little place votive here, I just, on some copy paper, I tried some different sized font. And this is, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8. And it was perfect for a 3/4 inch punch. Stampin' Up! Retired their 3/4 inch punch. I use it all the time, so I think that was a dumb decision on their part. But I think an inch punch would also work just as well. Whoops, those are millimeter. Yeah, it'd be a little bigger, but it would work. And you could use a bigger font. I used 8 on mine. Oh, that's a lot of glue. And it just, that 3/4 inch just fit perfectly right in the middle of that snowflake. But a 1 inch wouldn't be that much bigger, and you wouldn't lose the impact of that die cut snowflake. So that just gives them the directions to, you know, put their little votive right there, like that. Then I took these little guys and I popped them up on with mini dimensionals. You agree on the 1 inch punch. And I just put these in the corners. I love our Whisper White paper. It's great for stamping. It's made for stamping. And then I put these little gems. These are the blue oops, they fell out of the package. Blue adhesive back gems, and I just put the largest ones right in the middle. Just, it helped give it a little bit more oomph to hold that tent card in place. And a little sparkle too. I might have to, there we go. And then I couldn't leave well enough alone, so I cut out 3 snowflakes from the Balmy Blue Glimmer paper. And I just put them on with some mini glue dots. I just think this is so pretty. And this is something people could leave up all winter long, right? They wouldn't have to put it away at the end of the holidays because it's kind of winter themed. So you wouldn't necessarily have to use it for a Christmas card. And that is the card. I cut these 3 snowflakes out of a little piece of balmy blue. This is 3 by 2 1/4, and it was big enough for all 3 of those. Actually, it was the one larger one and then 2 of the little medium-sized ones. So the card stands up like this. Sometimes you have to really use your bone folder to get them so they stand up. And then the little votive candle slips in the center. It's so cute. I wish the lights weren't so bright so you could see it. Kind of see it a little bit, but I thought they were so sweet. So that is the project. And like I said, oh, I was going to show you 4 other projects using this same bundle. That's the word I'm looking for. And it's going to be my November card class to go. But my card class to go is going to be a little different this month because with my mom in the hospital, I just don't have time to cut and die cut, 20 sets of card kits. So what I thought I would do this month, any order of $50 or more, and you use the host code, whoop, the host code. So from now until the end of the month, I will send you the PDF and just like you were getting my online class, you'll have access to the PDF for each of these projects, including the little, this one. And then the video tutorials. I'm going to do the video tutorials tonight. Everything else in the classroom is all set up. So I'll start sending these out tomorrow. So if you have already ordered from me this month and it was $50 or more, I will be sending you the link and the password to log in. I apologize that I can't, my intention was to have this a card class to go where you would get all the elements with the class, but life happens, right? So if you're interested, the bundle is $55, I believe. So if you don't have the Snowflake Wishes bundle and you like these cards, it's on page 30 something, because I've looked at it 20 gajillion times. Yes. Page 38, the bundle is $55. So if you would like to order the bundle, you save 10%, and then you'd get the tutorial for all of these cards, along with, of course, you already got this one, but I'm going to throw it in there as a bonus so it's all in one place. So be looking for that. And if you have any questions or concerns, give me a holler. I have my phone with me wherever I'm at, and I have been taking my laptop to the hospital to do a little bit of work, and that's that. So you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you next Monday for Make It Monday, but if not, I will let you know. Okay? And we will pray for a little, is it Eliz, Debbie? Eliz? Eliza? Eliz? Elizabeth? I want to pronounce it right, but we will sure pray for her. She is having surgery on, what did you say? The 2nd. That little girl would just come through with flying colors, and the surgeon's hands would be guided by the heavenly surgeon. And I'll put my mom's my address down in the comments if you'd like to send my mom a card. So we will talk to you soon. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. And Elizabeth, okay, good. I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.